All right, guys, welcome to Thursday with Arnie.
This
All right,
is
welcome everybody. So let's just go around the room and everybody just kind of give them the state of where you're at and what do you think about sports and the lockdown and all that kind of good stuff. Go ahead, Arnie.
well. I'm just feeling good about myself. I just polished all my Cy Young awards that I won, and
Took you all day, huh?
yeah. And first I had to find them, and I'm just like I said yesterday. It was a tough day. I woke up and I said I can't do it anymore, and then the word "can't." I hate that word. And I just said, Arnie, drop that because it doesn't matter what you're saying. You got to fight this. You got it. It can't throw it out the vocabulary because it's going on without it. So that's how I am. It's a beautiful day. We have a red tide. That's the only kind of downer. I wanted to go in the ocean. So, and all of that good stuff.
Red tide means no go.
No go. You definitely don't go in. A lot of toxins. So, and I'm waiting to go in because that's, some of my other passion is that,
They call it therapy.
Yes, it is. That, throwing a baseball and painting, that's my therapy, guys.
So what do you think about baseball opening up?
You know something? I don't want it to open up with fangled things that they're talking about. That's playing cricket. You're playing before no people. You're gonna have like the Korean League. It was very fun to watch the Korean baseball yesterday. I have to honestly say, I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. But I don't want it to be baseball without baseball. Baseball is a historic game of rules and everything, and when they start to tangle with them, no good. They're talking about no umpires. Perry, you should be upset about that. They're talking about electronic umpires.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Babe, he's sitting there.
Good. Go put some Clorox on us in the bathroom.
What's going on, Reggie?
I'm sorry. I was talking to one of my daughters. I apologize.
Is that the one that you called?
It's a question. So,
is that the one you called by her full name when you and I were talking about that?
No, that's the other one. I call her by her full name too when she messes up. But that is another story. So, Mike, what do you think? Talk to us.
Well, right now we're just kind of hibernating here in our house, and we're just trying to make the best of it as everybody is. My wife, we work out in the morning when she gets up, and she's trying to prepare for a beauty pageant. So that's a few months away, hopefully. And so we've tried to take the boredom and make it into a positive force. And so we've been doing that and try to get out with our new puppy. And that's been a challenge, trying to get him to follow rules. Actually, he just ate up one of our remote controls into about a piece. And so when she was doing her workout, we thought we were smart and locked him in the room, and we came back and he found the remote, and so we were surprised and had to make some adjustments. But no, I'm missing my kids at school, missing the other teachers that I work with at school. Obviously, just normal socializing with other people in our building and things like that. We had actually our next door neighbor who we haven't been able to see other than just waving at each other. We saw through Facebook that her mother had passed away. And so, we would like to share our condolences with her, but obviously that's just through the internet and those types of things, which isn't the best way of taking care of a situation like that. But under the circumstances, we're all adjusting, and those are just some of the adjustments that we've had to go through.
You get a haircut.
Are adjusting. What do you think about baseball opening up?
I would love to see baseball open up, but also in the same sense. And again, I'm going through it now with my own team and with the kids. there's so many variables that are, you know, I'm watching the KBO right now, and there's so many variables. I would love to see baseball open up, and, you know, and there's so many different thoughts and those types of things. But as you get into it, there's going to be a curveball thrown, as there always is. And I think that's kind of what's holding them back now, is they're trying to forecast all of those possibilities that could happen. And, you know, guys are going to be away from their families, don't want to be away from their families. They were talking about one person, his wife is pregnant. He doesn't want to be away from his wife when she's pregnant. And so love to see baseball back on. Like I said, I'm enjoying watching the KBO. It's kind of funny how they have to pipe in crowd noise, but they got cheerleaders, and so I guess there are priorities still, no matter what side of the country.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like I said, I would love to see it come back, but I also don't want to put everybody back in jeopardy, because the science and all that stuff, you know, this stuff will come back, and it seems to mutate every time that we make an adjustment.
Yep,
Correct.
it's definitely a moving target.
Very much so.
Terry, talk to
Definitely.
us.
Reggie, I'm sitting here in the canyons of northern Phoenix, where we are fairly remote and protected from a lot of interaction with other human beings, mostly rattlesnakes and mountain lions and javelinas, and we don't have the murder hornets yet, but we'll see when they start to arrive. But like everybody else, I'm just doing my best to keep from going crazy, to try to figure out ways to stay connected during this shutdown, during all of the shutdowns. I'm from New York, so I check in frequently with friends and neighbors in New York just to get a handle on what's happening there, because New York seems to be the cynosure of all eyes right now. And frankly, I think doing that is not a very good idea, because while New York has at least gotten a little bit of a grip on the cases going up, now they've reached the plateau and are starting to prevent any more additional cases or deaths. But the rest of the country is not in that position, and they're looking to New York as if they are other cities and regions who have not taken the very pretty severe and radical steps that New York took a month ago, which was to insist that people be conscious of other people, because wearing masks and gloves is really not about any one of us. It's not about each of us. It's about each of us making sure that we are not vectors for other people to become infected. Because frankly, I don't know if I have it, if I've had it. I think I may have had it, but until I get tested or get an antibody test, I won't know. And I don't want to be reinfected, which I've heard can happen. There's a lot about, you know, the science when we get what's accurate science is very suspect, and you know, it's not easy trying to parse the different information that you get from different sources and trying to figure out what's the right thing to do to stay healthy and keep other people healthy. And I really appreciate your hosting this group this afternoon, because this is definitely one of the ways that we can stay in touch, stay connected to each other, and help other people be a little more cheerful, hopefully because of the message that we put out to them during our discussion this afternoon. And that's just what I'm trying to do. So a lot of
fun,
my
Terry.
work obviously is on the field as an umpire. Huh?
I said we're having fun.
What? Sorry? Yeah, having fun. Well, my fun, like yours, is out on the diamond, right on the field with people, you know, yelling at me and telling me to go home. That's my fun. And that's not happening right now. And I miss it like crazy. But I think these plans that MLB is floating around to open up baseball this season are nuts. It's just not going to happen. Like everybody else has pointed out, there are too many variables, too many things that you cannot count on human nature to be willing to do that for this purpose. It's too crazy, too massive an undertaking. And I have a very optimistic outlook about a lot of things. You know, I think one person can move mountains, but this plan to open up baseball this season, I think is very, very misguided and ill-advised, because it puts so many people at risk. And I am not a robot, and I probably will be one at some point if Major League Baseball has its way. But right now, baseball does need umpires. You can't put a robot umpire out at second base on a close play where a runner steals, or you can't have a robot umpire at third, making
Who do you
sure
argue
that a
with?
runner touches the bag as he's rounding it to go home. Things like that are just argue with. Well, nobody argues with me, Arnie.
I got a present
Never.
for you. I got a present for you, Perry.
Ah, hey,
Some
back at
glasses.
ya.
Some glasses. You gotta love the game.
So thank you, Reggie. Thank you for asking. But yes, I think the plan to open up baseball here in the United States this summer is very ill-advised, and I hope it doesn't happen, because it puts a lot of people at unnecessary risk. All we have to do is just be a little patient. Just be a little patient. And I know it's hard. I mean, I've been quarantined here for 2 months, and I'm dying to get back home. Not to New York, as much as I love New York, but to my home in Florida, where I live now. But I'm not willing to make myself the kind of person who puts other people at risk. So that's why I'm still here. Because if I'm out moving around, I might come into contact with somebody who was sick, and then take that and transmit it to somebody else. And I just don't want to be that kind of a person. So here I am talking to you, staying cheerful, cooking and putting on a little bit of weight, and doing a lot of reading and online things. And I don't even have television here. And in some ways, I think that's to my benefit, because a lot of what's on television right now is very anxiety inducing, especially if you watch news 24/7, like a lot of people I know do. So I'm actually kind of happy to be here with no TV. I get my news from Twitter and Facebook, and that's enough for me right now. And I just love connecting with people. And one thing that I've been doing that's a very simple thing that I think everybody could do is I've been going through my phone books, in my telephone and my internet phone books. And every day I make a point of calling 2 people that I haven't spoken to in a long time, some of them in years, just to connect and ask them how they are, what they're doing, to reestablish friendships and ties that have existed for a long time, but they're people to whom I hardly ever speak. So now I'm just trying to reconnect with a lot of people, and it's just been so much fun. And I'm staying. And thank you all for helping to keep me that way, especially you, Arnie. You're my touchstone of sanity.
I love all you people. You people have helped me out so much. Every time I even say, Reggie, I need to get the dose of Reggie to just get really pumped up. It's just, see, I've been getting down a little bit. You just got to yourself. But it's all boiling out to you. You gotta be stronger. That's all it is.
It's all about the mindset and just fighting through this new dynamic in terms of the world we live in. The world has changed. It always evolves and changes. And success mentally, physically, financially is always about adapting and adjusting. And so I just want to jump in too. Yeah, baseball is going to have a difficult time, I think, this summer opening up. Anything opening up before the fall is going to be very, very difficult, and could put a lot of people at risk. But again, people don't want to listen to the science, and the science is about facts. And I, have my perspective and opinion, but that's just my little perspective and opinion. I think the football will probably open up in the fall if they can get their stuff together. We'll see how it goes in the next 30 to 60 days. And like we all know, it's a day-to-day process and a day-to-day opportunity to improve yourself, to read something, to get a positive mindset and fight through all the mental anxiety and the separation anxiety, and just enjoy family and enjoy the opportunity to grow. I know you're there, Perry, with Jenny, and had a conversation, several of them with her this morning, and rocking and rolling on some stuff. But again, everybody out there, just stay safe.
Oh, she is very excited about the project that you're helping her with, Reggie. Merchandise is definitely the way to go for organizations to be able to have an income stream. And I think your idea is right on target.
Well, you look at all the major league sports organizations, that's a significant amount of revenue.
Yeah, of course.
And they want to have sports without the fans because they want to be able to get that media revenue. So it is what it is. I think that's the driving force behind them trying to open up baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is. They're
nice, Arnie.
Money driven. Arnie, tell us. You got your new T-shirt out there. Players Congress.
Football was football.
Football was football. That's
Absolutely.
Of 24 images that we put together. That was the first one. Arnie got one of the pre-release ones. Now we have another 4 that we're releasing this weekend. So yes, it continues to move forward. I got a new book out, Entrepreneur, Your Guide to Starting Your Own Business, with 26 million people now in the unemployment rolls. We know life in the world has changed, and you want to be self-sufficient and try to be motivated to leverage your passion. I know, Arnie, you got all those beautiful paintings on the back wall there. Quick overview of your paintings, man. Why do you paint? What's it give you while you're locked down?
Reggie, when I'm painting, there's nothing else going on. There is no coronavirus. There is no problems in everything. It's just I lose myself so much. I can just do, and the only problem is I get frustrated because sometimes I can't convey with my brush what I want to, and it comes out different. But you know something, even that's no problem. So what? I just really, I find that for me, it's a simplistic way to say something. And the best part, as I said before, when someone calls me an artist and someone says that they've seen some of my work, it makes me feel good because then they probably have some sort of response that's been elicited, thinking about something, their grandpa or whatever, something in the past, and it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? I did something, and that's why I love painting.
Well, it's your therapy. It's your passion. It's your ability to release a positive mindset. And I wish you all to be safe, to stay sane, and we'll circle back around soon. Much love and happiness to everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. It's Thursdays with Arnie.
That away. It's great seeing all you guys.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Peace, love, and happiness.
All right, baby.
Love everybody.
Arnie got new teeth.
That's right, I did. I got my teeth.
Yeah, you're